Dear Diary, I've decided to paint a masterpiece. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put everything into it, and this series of videos is going to keep me motivated to do something that I don't think normally I'd be able to achieve. In fact, I know I can't. So I'm hoping by doing diary videos I will be able to achieve a painting that I can stand beside and go, yes, yes, I copied this. I copied a Rubens. Yeah, it's not going to be as good, it's not going to be exact, but we can do our best, and that's what I plan on doing my best. And then I'm going to learn things as I do it, and hopefully by learning things I can make more videos on the things I've learned, like about painting. But yeah, this is my diary entry number 1, and also the painting I've chosen is a Rubens. I actually chose it ages ago, but I've never been able to get myself motivated or been able to have the planning ability to do it. But you know, now I have that time is now, so I'm going to go for it, and hopefully I'll do a good job. Clive 5 Art, he's doing one as well. He's chose a different painting to me. We're going to have a chat about it soon, so we'll see, and hopefully we'll both do good jobs and both improve as artists, and well, we'll see what happens. Wish me luck, and I'll see what happens when I start.
Hello, my name's Jason. This is episode 2, the Diary Menace. No, this is Dear Diary episode 2, and yeah, I have had a piece of board cut, a piece of MDF cut at the size of the painting, and I'm underway. I am underway. I've started it. I have begun, and I'm feeling pretty good about taking on the project. And I'm hoping I'm going to get better. I'm sort of nervous at the same time as excited, because I've not done anything this big before, or not like this, not at this detail, not at this skill level. So anyway, here we go. I've got a video going to be playing in a second on my progress, and this is the beginning. There's my board, and I've printed out the picture of Susanna by Rubens. I've tried copying Rubens' paintings previously, and I found them very difficult, because Rubens, well, number 1, way better painter than I am. Number 2, he used to be a very good drawer, and a very good painter, as in he used to paint quickly. Yeah, so anyway, here I am sticking the pictures together. I printed out loads of A4 sheets to create the size of the painting, and I kind of sized it wrong for some reason. I sized it slightly too big. The first print out, which should have been perfect, came out slightly too small. So I sized it a bit bigger, and it came out slightly too big, so I just don't know. So I cropped it. Never mind. So then I primed the board 3 times with gesso. The first time I primed this board, this is a secret, don't tell anyone. The first time I primed this board was about 2 years ago. That's how long I've wanted to do this. So here's my materials: a brush, some burnt umber acrylic, I think it was, and some gesso. I think that's burnt umber. Is it burnt umber? Yeah, I think it is. And yeah, a little bit of burnt umber in the gesso just made the colouring a bit better. And then the printout that I did, I've turned it over, and I'm going to use some charcoal, just, you know, artist charcoal. And I am going to cover the back, which I did. It's funny talking while watching yourself. So yeah, I've covered the back with charcoal, turned it over, placed it on the board, lined it up the best I can, taped it down. Make sure you tape it down. I've done it before where I've traced and not taped it down, and it's moved, and it's like, well, the tracing's all off then, isn't it? So I used a red pen to do the tracing so I could see where I'd got to. Yeah, good tip. Don't use something that doesn't make a mark. I've done that as well. You don't know where you've been. You end up tracing the same thing twice. We learn. Turned it over, there we go, yes. Traced, on the board. Wobbly camera work. Yeah, traced on the board nicely. I missed an earring out. Yeah, did one earring. So yeah, once you've got your nicely charcoaled image traced on the board, you don't have to trace, by the way. You can draw if you want, square it up, draw it on. I've done that before. I just felt like tracing. And I went outside, got some fixative, sprayed it, and there we go. And then I printed out using my Epson printer, which is eco-friendly. You don't use cartridges, so you can print out loads and loads, and you don't need to pay out loads on ink. But anyway, yeah, printed loads of sheets out on photo quality paper, and then of course you have to cut them out, stick them together, and I put it on another board that I had cut the same size, so I've got reference. So the plan is you've got two images next to each other. I forgot to turn the audio off of the video file, and so you can hear like chatter. I'll turn that off. So yeah, here we are. We're set up to paint. I'm using water mixable oils, of course, and and yeah, and here we go. Got my extra print out of the page, the A4 sheet of the face, and I'm mixing my colours. I'm using only a few colours. I used yellow ochre, Alizarin Crimson, Ultramarine Blue, and titanium white as my base skin tones, and then I do bring in burnt umber as well. And considering to bring in Naples yellow, because after a bit of research I've heard that he used Naples yellow, so I might insert that later on, after I've done my first layer of portrait facial colouring. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm looking at the colours on the sheet and I'm trying to match it, and I'm putting it on the board, and I don't really get it right, to be fair. I get it slightly off all the way through, and I've done this before with a portrait. I copied a French portrait ages ago, and this system kind of works for me. I don't know why. I suppose it's like you're blocking in colour, and then you can refine it afterwards. You can do another layer, like you could with acrylics. You could paint in layers. You can with oils, but you just got to wait for them to dry. Just take a bit longer time-wise for the drying. There's any difference. I never use any mediums to speed up the oil drying time. You just wait, work on another area. When you got a big painting like this, you can paint one area while that's drying, paint another area, can't you? It's going to take a few sittings, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm blocking in colour, looking at the shapes and just throwing colour in. Trying to be strict with myself about light and dark mainly. That's what I'm really thinking about in this stage, about the tone. I'm trying to get the colour in right as well, but sometimes I wonder about the covering power of water mixable oils, because when I used traditional artist oil, I'm sure it covers better, but I don't know. I need to do a test on that because I've still got my artist oils, so I could do get a canvas out and paint it this sort of greyish, browny grey colour, and then see and check it. Really, I could do that and find out if it does cover the same, because it might and it might not. I don't know. I've not tested it. Why have I not tested it? That's something I should do. Yeah, so here I am painting, just eyeballing the picture and then mixing colour and then try and put it in the places that you think that colour's there, and take your time. Taking your time. It's always sitting back and having a look. In fact, a lot of the times in this one I've been sitting back having a look and then getting up and standing up, take a few steps back, or just shuffle back on your chair, and then have a look. You need to get quite far away from this one because it's quite big. Or some people, and there's another one that you could do, is take a photo of it and have a look at the photo, because on your camera it's got quite a wide lens on it if you've got a phone camera. Most people have these days. And take a picture and have a look at it on that, and you can see the whole painting. And a lot of the times when you take a photo of your painting, you can see what it looks like, and if you flip it you can see your mistakes. I don't know why that works, but it does. So yeah, I've inserted Sunburnt Umber into my colour now to work on the shadow side, because the hat casts a shadow on the face of Susanna, and I need to make sure that my tone is right at least. Give me a chance, man. I'm doing it, when you're painting on your own, everything is, you're the whole team. Well, for this anyway, I'm the whole team, so I need to make it easy for myself, so I need to paint well to make it easier for me the next time I sit down and paint. I know a lot of the masters back in the day, and not that I'm saying I'm a master, because I'm not, but a lot of the masters back in the day had, they had people working with them. They had apprentices, and they would do like a lot of the donkey work, where in this one it's all me. And gotta say, when I first start a painting, it's so hard. It's, for something like this, so hard, and my brain is hurting. And it kind of, because it's such a big picture, I've got to focus on areas. If I focus on the full painting straight away, I'm not going to be able to do it. It's going to be too much. I'm going to think, I've got to do that, I can't do it. So you've got to break it down. And I thought, I'll start with the face, do some time on the face, which I'm doing, and then I can work on another area afterwards. And then I can start bringing it together. But I thought the face is going to be the area that's going to be hardest in my mind. Head, face, probably the hands as well. I think that's going to be tough. Oh yeah, I used a soft brush here. I wanted to soften everything, because I know I'm going to do another layer of paint on top. So I thought I'll soften things a bit. Ready. It wasn't looking right to me, so I thought, well, the soft brush always sorts things out for me. Soften those mistakes away. So yeah, I'm looking at the nose, and yeah, I mix some colour and then I blob it on my laminate picture. You can't quite see, but I just blob it on and then check the colour, and I'm sort of like this, looking at the lighting, because the light's shining, and I had the light from behind me from the window, so that was causing a bit of a reflection, and I was sort of going like that all the time to see if the colour's right. I need to paint in the dark. so there's no reflections. Use night vision goggles. No, I probably need to set my studio up better. I don't know. So I'm looking at the nose shape. Putting in little bits of dark that I could see, bits of light that I could see. I saw a little bit of hint of red, so I really overdid it. Chucked in some Alizarin Crimson. And then I was like, oh, that's light there, let's whack that in. I actually started to feel a bit more confident the more I was putting in. That's kind of a weird thing, actually. The more I paint in, even if it doesn't look anything like the portrait yet, I still feel more confident. I'm like, yeah, I've put paint on this board now. I can do this. I can do this. So this is sped up a little bit. I didn't want to show this in real time because it'd be so boring for you, and the amount of time I'm going to spend on this painting, if I did it as a real time video, it's going to be hours and hours, and yeah, be a bit too long. So I'm going for the eyes now. The eyes are very important, obviously. Wouldn't be able to see this video otherwise. Yeah, eyes are very important in a painting, and because they're your focal point. When you look at a portrait, your eyes go to their eyes. Whether you realise it or not, you probably do. I mean, think about it this way. When you're looking at me now, you're probably looking at my eyes, and then you'll look probably at my mouth afterwards. And if you're a painter, you'll start thinking about positionings of my face, like how wide my nose is, how big is my mouth, how big of my, what lines up with what, and things like that. Well, that's what I do anyway when I look at people. When I started doing portrait painting, I was always staring at people's faces. And even head sizes. Oh, it's random. Oh, the world of being an artist. It's very weird, isn't it? I thought I'd zoomed in. I zoomed in and zoomed out. I thought I zoomed in. Oh, yeah. I thought to myself, I need more colours in here, because I was working off just grey. I thought, if I get the dark in, dark of the hat, it's going to help me more with my skin tones. And then I started to think, well, while I'm using black, I may as well paint everything that I can see black, basically. Anything that's black. Since I've got the ivory, I'm using Ivory Black, I might as well just put in the black now. And I've got a large painting beside me. Not the painting, a large of the photographic print of the painting next to this one on the board. So I'm looking at that as well now because of the big areas. I wish I had the original and I could paint side by side with the original. I think it's worth a bit too much to lend me it. Especially if I'm like thought, maybe I should finish Rubens' sky off. It doesn't look quite finished. I'll just finish it off for him. Yeah, I zoomed out. I dotted some light colour on the neck, just below the neck. I don't know if you can see that. I did that for a reason. Just so I could see some light. It's all a game of illusion, painting is. It's all very odd. Your mind starts playing tricks on you. So the more local colour, does that make sense? I don't know. I'm not very technical. But the more colour you have on your canvas, the better you do. The better I do, anyway. The more I've got on there, the more I can see, the better I can do. So I thought, alright, I'm going to get the black in, help myself out, and then I thought, you know what I should do, get the sky in as well. So next session, work on the sky, get that in, and then that'll help me even more, because then I'll have the blue sky and the dark cloud on that comes across, that comes all the way across the side, and then that'll help me even more seeing the colours of the face. Honestly, I think I'm painting the bottom part of the dress and I'm totally out of shot, but I'm just blobbing black on there. And there was a bit of black, I think. I just chucked it in. Oh yeah, I used a 1-inch Bob Ross brush just to smooth it out because it was shining back at me as always. It's the problem with wet oil paint, it's so shiny. Yeah, just putting all the blacks in. Oh, black, get that black in, get that black in, get that black in. And then, I tell you what I'm looking forward to doing. While I was putting the black in, I was like, oh, I can't wait to do that arm with all the red, the reds on it. I'm looking forward to doing that. Yeah, so that's a bit there, a bit there. My palette looks a right mess now. Colour everywhere. I don't really have a proper palette process. I just mix colours and just chuck it all over the place. Whether there's a space on my tray, that's where I'll put it. It's quite a big tray, by the way. It's not small. I actually got it originally so I could do ovals, doing the Bob Ross method, and you could cut out ovals and then stick your sticky stuff on the canvas and then do your painting and then pull it off, reveal an oval. I used it for that because it made a good size for that. So the whites of the eyes, that's what I'm doing now. I've got it zoomed right in. The whites of the eyes are never white. Number one mistake that I've made. I don't want to say beginner mistakes because they're all mistakes I've made, and I can't separate myself from beginners because that's me. I still am really a beginner. I'll always consider myself to be. Oh God. I think that was it. Yeah, that's it. There is no more footage of me painting. I gave up at that point. I thought, that's it. That's enough. I think I did about an hour and a half or so of painting, and then I had the prep time. So I did quite a lot in one go, and let's see how I do in the next episode. If you are interested in following my diary, then I hope you tune into the next episode. And thanks very much for watching. And if you'd like to support the channel, check out Patreon. Or if you'd like to send me a message or a question, maybe you've got an art question, check out my Facebook. Also, Clive will be doing his Thomas Gainsborough painting, so check his channel out as well. He's great with acrylics. And thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in another episode. Cheers, bye.